So we're going to start with a simple C seventh chord, or C dominant. We have C as our root, E is our major third, G is the fifth, and B flat is going to be our dominant seventh. And that's already really close to the boogie woogie line. And the best way to really start to spice up our lines is to break out of that, I call this the guitar player mentality, that all chords must be built from the root up. And we end up just playing them like our exercises, just like we play arpeggios if we practice those. So to break out of that, all we need to do is just to try and change the order a little bit. So we don't need to go 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. We can go 1, 5, 3, 7, 1, 7, 5, 3. We can do it in any order we want, and we're going to have a nice effective line. So the idea is to break out of that mentality that a chord is a shape or a set pattern of notes like that. It's just a group of notes, and we can play them in any order that we wish. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. So you can see I made something fairly effective just out of using 4 notes like that. Another approach, and this is even more simple, we want to remember that you don't need to be afraid to hit the same note twice. It's not going to be a big deal. We tend to feel that we need to constantly be moving in a direction. We need to be walking somewhere. But think about it. When you walk somewhere, you don't walk in a straight line. You don't always go at the same speed, though in this case you're going to have to. But sometimes you double back. So don't be afraid to hit the same note twice, or use the same pattern twice, or even the same 2 notes over the top of 4 beats. So I don't have to go 1. I can hit the C twice if I want. Even here, there I went 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th. We can hit the same note twice, that's no big deal. So don't feel you constantly need to be moving in a direction. Our job is to outline the chord for the people that we're playing underneath. And simpler is going to be better than if you're going all over the place and it sounds like crap. Again, going on the idea that a chord's just a group of notes. We learned those notes were C, E, G, and B flat. So it's not just this C, this E, this G, and this B flat that we're using. We're using those notes. So anywhere on your fingerboard that you can find those notes, it's going to be fair game. Just like if you watched my How to Solo videos, it works the exact same way when you're building bass lines. So we have C, we have an octave here, so we have 2 Cs. We have an E here, and our open E string. There's 2 E's. We have our G and our low G here. Then we have our dominant 7, our B flat, and we have the octave down here on your A string. So we actually have 8 notes from which we can work. So using those same ideas, those same principles, changing up the order, don't be afraid to play the same note twice, we're going to get something even more interesting, and it's going to be just less boring for you to play. You've been here a couple times there. I didn't start on the root. Again, getting out of that mentality that we need to start every chord from the root. We need to break away from that. You definitely want to reference the root. You don't want to go bar after bar without even playing the root note, because your bandmates are going to give you some funny looks. But you don't need to start on it. You can start on the 5th, you can start on the 3rd, you can start on the 7th, though it's maybe not the best choice, but there's always a time and a place for that. Just like I said in my other soloing videos, there are no wrong notes, really. So change the order up, give it a try, and you can make it as interesting as you like.